Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our first ever West End Downtown Coffee Hour. Let's give yourself a round of applause. My name is Ryan Woods. I proudly serve as the Parks Commissioner for the City of Boston. And we're out here on this lovely space, so I have to make sure I thank the hardworking men and women of the Property Management Department that help maintain this property throughout. So thank you to the whole team at Property Management. We are in our 26th year of coffee hours, so we're excited that we have Dunkin' Donuts here again, giving out iced coffee. We don't mess around with the munchkins anymore, the full-size donuts, so make sure you hit it up. As well as our partners at Star Market are here. They have a table over there and fresh cut fruit underneath the tent over here, so please make sure you visit Star Market, a great partner of ours throughout the city. On our table over here, this is our summer guide. This is the Parks Department's Bible for the summer. It's all your free concerts, movies, workshops, everything free of charge throughout the summer, so make sure you find the free activities. One of the mayor's goals is, and today we are literally getting City Hall outside of City Hall, but going into the neighborhoods and being out here with all different departments so you can engage and have questions answered and get a lot of free swag. So any new bags and water bottles you'll see throughout, make sure you take advantage of that. Another initiative we're doing is this is one of the most livable cities in the country, and we really want to make sure it's livable for families to stay. So we're starting going back to the basics, and the mayor has a commitment to teach kids how to swim, to teach kids how to bike, to get kids involved in the arts, to get them to join a sports team. So it's really important. That's our initiative this summer, and you'll see that throughout our summer guide. We are very fortunate to have liaisons in the mayor's office of neighborhood services that are in between with all city services, all departments throughout the city. So if you have any questions or any guide, and we're happy to be joined today by the West End Waterfront O&S Coordinator. It's my pleasure to introduce Ciara D'Amico.
It's okay. Can you lower this? Good morning, everyone. I am Ciara D'Amico, your North End, West End, and Wharf District Liaison. I want to extend a warm welcome for everyone that is here. Thank you for taking the time out of your day and being here and enjoying this morning with us. I am truly blessed and honored to have had this opportunity for now over a year to advocate, represent, and work in a city where I was born and raised in. It truly means a lot to me to represent this. I just want to give a big shout out to my leadership team, Chief Brianna Malore, Chief of Staff John Romano, Director Enrique Pepin, and Deputy Director Connor Newman. I seriously wouldn't be here without you guys. They're like my second set of parents every single day. And I do want to just give a big special thank you to Parks and all the other departments that are here. I see a bunch of city staff and chiefs. Thank you, Chief Dillon, Chief Hooley, Chief Yasha, Commissioner Burke, Commissioner Santiago, Chief Jamerson, Councilor Flynn, Representative Michaelwitz, Commissioner Woods, our District 1 Captain Sean Martin, and our District 1 officers as well. A big thank you to all being here and everything you do daily. I also want to thank Dunkin' Donuts, Star Market for helping bring this all together. We have had a wonderful year, especially in the West End. We've had a lot of accomplishments we were able to achieve, such as we've had $1.75 million to reconstruct the street and sidewalk on Front Street to New Chardon Street and to Causeway Street. We have also had $5 million to reconstruct roads, sidewalks, lighting from Congress Street into Rose Kennaway Greenway. We've also had $3 million to design and reconstruct the New Branch Library. We were able to help and build a new program that reflects the Boston Public Library compass principles and support the needs of the neighborhood. We've had long nights of Zoom calls, and I appreciate everyone who has joined those calls for the public library and to add your input. Those all are meaningful, and that's what helps bring the neighborhood together, and we can help advocate for your needs. Along with $4.7 million to help make it safety for people to walk on Canal Street and the Bullfinch Triangle, creating a walkable route from Haymarket and Government Center to North Station. I've also had this opportunity, and I'm thankful to work with my colleague, Chulan, who we've split this area with, and I want to just give a big thank you to him and introduce Chulan.
Wow, thank you, Ciara.
It's truly incredible to stand here today with Sierra, who I've known since middle school. So if we can give Sierra another round of applause. I'm not gonna go and list off the same names that Sierra listed off. So thank you guys, thank you everybody for being here today. I will just kick us off and dive right into our neighborhood wins. In the downtown, we have filled 133 potholes in the past year. We invested $1.7 million for design improvements to the Washington Street, Summer Street, and Winter Street intersection, including reconstruction of the roadway, implementation of a pedestrian zone, or shared street and security improvements. We allocated $460,000 to repair masonry, address drainage issues, and create an accessible walkway. And we also installed permanent decorative wrought iron gates around the basement windows and to restore the bronze fixtures. With that said, I would like to encourage all of you to attend our Office of Neighbor Services coffee hours every Friday. You can find our schedule on boston.gov/events. Each neighborhood has its own designated liaison. So I encourage you all to reach out to them with any issues to help navigate City Hall. I also want to encourage all of you to pull out your phones right now and download 311 app if you don't already have it on your phone. 311 is our city's non-emergency hotline with 11 languages. You can report any potholes, street repairs, street lights that have fallen, or any other non-emergency items. With that said, I have the honor of introducing our mayor, Mayor Michelle Wu.
Okay, please help me in thanking Ciara and Chu for their incredible work over many, many neighborhoods, 24/7. These are two of the most committed public servants in the city of Boston, and I'm so lucky that they're on our team. I want to invite up any of my elected colleagues to come up too and say a quick hello. I know City Council President Flynn is here, Rep. Michaelwitz is here. I don't know if any of our other colleagues are around, but come up. We want to give you the chance to introduce yourself. Thank you to all of our community members and residents. We're really excited to be celebrating with you a beautiful day on a newly accessible part of City Hall Plaza with a playground that is already beloved and well used by many. I'm here just steps from where so many of the incredible people here spend their time trying to improve city services, do better every day. Could anyone who works in the city of Boston give a wave? Thank you. We're so grateful for your work. I see departments represented from housing and public safety, EMS, fire, police, streets, public works, BPHC, of course, ONS and community engagement. Good morning, Suki. I'll come talk to you after. Good morning, Suki. We wanted to do this a little bit differently this year and make sure that we are not only creating space for people to gather, but also to give you a little bit of a report on what's happening in your specific area. So each neighborhood, as you heard, our neighborhood liaisons have reported back. We have some questions as well that people had submitted ahead of time. So I'll take a couple of those after my colleagues speak. And then the last thing I wanted to say is we also have a very special guest with us today. The Vice Mayor of Genoa, Vice Mayor Paciochi is here, as well as Admiral Max Nannini and the Consul General of Italy, Consul General Minuti. So thank you so much to our special guests for joining us. And now it's my honor to introduce and pass the mic over to City Council President Ed Flynn.
Thank you, Mayor, and honored to be here with you, Mayor Wu, and with our colleague from the state legislature as well, Chairman Aaron Michaelwitz, and wonderful partnership Mayor Wu and the city government has with the chairman. And it's about making sure residents in this area that all three of us represent have access to city and state services. So I want to say thank you to the mayor and thank you to Aaron, but also proud to represent this area as well. I represent the Back Bay, Beacon Hill, the downtown area, and it's great to see so many residents here. I also want to say thank you, especially, and I know the mayor mentioned it, the dedication and professionalism of our city employees. You do your job every day. You don't complain. You work hard, and you're representing the city in such an extraordinary way. So I want to say thank you to our city workers for your outstanding work and for the outstanding service that you provide the residents of our city. Honored to be here with my colleagues, and also want to welcome and say thank you to the delegation from Italy for the warm relationship we have between the United States and Italy as well. Thank you, Mayor Wu. And at this time, I would like to invite our neighbor from the North End, who does a tremendous job working with Mayor Wu, State Legislator, Chairman of Ways and Means, Aaron Michaelitz. Aaron?
Thank you, Councilor. Appreciate it. Good to see everyone. Good morning. This is great stuff to be here and be supportive of the mayor in this coffee hour. We have these regular coffee hours across the city, but this is a new one, and it's nice to have a new one and have a new element to this coffee hour schedule and have all you here today, and specifically with the downtown and West End neighbors. We appreciate you being here, and I also want to give a shout out to all the city workers. I once was a city worker. I once worked at the city of Boston, and as Eddie said, you guys don't complain. Well, I complained plenty when I was a city worker, so you know, I appreciate all you guys not complaining. But in particular, I want to give a shout out to the ONS folks, Sierra and Chu, for the work that they do. They are on the ground in the neighborhoods, working day in and day out for us, and being our eyes and ears on every step of the way. So thank you everyone for being here. Thank you, Mayor Wu, for continuing this tradition, and have a wonderful summer.
So I'll just really quick highlight a couple of the questions that folks had submitted, and there are emails on here, so if we didn't get to your question, we will email you back a response directly. So one of them is from the West End. I'd submitted an RFP for a landscape architect review of Thoreau Path and would like to know where that and the resurfacing of Thoreau Path stands. This one is around Public Works. We will check in and make sure that we get this back to you. I don't know off the top of my head, but we will make sure. I see our Chief of Streets here as well. We'll follow up, right? Yes, we'll follow up. Okay. Number 2, why isn't North Station fully accessible? Some doors have no door opening mechanism and others work infrequently. I know the T is continuing to make improvements. We just had a wonderful summit and convening with the disability community that Commissioner McCosh and the Mayor's Commission for Persons with Disabilities hosted at Suffolk University. A member of the T staff was there who's focused on accessibility, and there were a couple issues raised about different stations, so we will highlight this one for them as well. And then the last 2 questions that I hear are all related to substance use and the downtown area, especially around downtown crossing, parks, and just generally what are we doing in terms of the broader plans to reduce homelessness and substance use in the city. This is an area that we have built out a dedicated team to address. Our coordinated response team meets every single day and has partners across almost every department of the city and Pine Street Inn, Boston Medical Center, health services. So we're really taking an approach that connects people to wherever possible, housing and services and recovery and healthcare, especially mental health care. And so we've been seeing a big improvement since this was kicked off in January of 2022. More than 400 people have gone through some step in this supportive housing and transitional housing program. Nearly half the residents who had been unsheltered at Mass and Cass in January 2022 have actually moved on to permanent housing, about 100 individuals, and we continue to see the need coming from all across the city and the state. And so we're working with the state to look at what Long Island should be in terms of a regional recovery campus while continuing to build out changes to our shelters and other housing in Boston. The shelter system is also stretched pretty thin right now because we are experiencing, like every city, an unprecedented surge in migrant families seeking shelter here in Boston. We had our coffee hour in East Boston yesterday and highlighted a number of small businesses and local community leaders who have really been stepping in to make sure that families who are arriving here have the services, support to transition, to just get through that little bridge period where they can get support and housing. There's a big federal issue here around how we need to expedite the process for people to get approved for work permits. They are in limbo for months, sometimes up to a year at a time. When we see people able to access their legal rights and processes smoothly, everything else falls into place, and people very quickly step into filling the vacant roles that we have here in Massachusetts that we are looking to fill. But because of delays, we're working with city, state, and federal. And I want to thank the legislature as well, because they have dedicated a tremendous amount of funding to make sure that cities have resources to address the migrant families' needs, and then help us also in our quest to make sure that Boston is a national leader when it comes to dealing with homelessness. Okay. So thank you. Also, I will just make one more announcement. I know we are in the downtown area. We're thinking a lot about how our small businesses can recover, and so I know there's folks from the downtown bid who are here. So shout out to Mike and your team. We also have our new director of nightlife economy, Corinne Reynolds, here, who is focused on how we can support our small businesses in every community, but really make sure we can activate Boston, make sure that every neighborhood is a destination. We've made some small changes that we were told would be impossible before, like creating a dog-friendly application process for restaurants who have outdoor space to be able to do that in a safe and healthy way, and to work with everyone to try to improve processes. We have staff on hand who can help you if you want to host an event in your own park or community, a block party. There's some funding available to apply for. There is permitting assistance, so we can walk you through if you need to get permits to serve food and all of that. We want this summer to be the most active, fun, healthy, joyful summer yet. It's important for all of us to build community together, and I want to thank you for being a really important part of our community. So thank you for coming out today.
And the winner of our Dunkin' Donuts raffle, Derek Alfano. If Derek's here, please come up. We'll be happy to get this. Thanks, everyone, for coming out, and enjoy the rest of your day.